What's up, AA fam? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk to y'all about the port and our experience on the Carnival. So not too much about the experience getting off the boat, but more about the port itself. So we're going to go over key moments in the port, things you should know, and then also our overall rating of the port. So first up is Costa Maya. You're supposed to finish my sentence.
Costa Maya.
Anyway, so as you know, we went on a 6-day cruise on Carnival Dream. If you have not watched the video, please do so. The link is below in the description, and you will see all that the Carnival boat has to offer. We also did an honest review too, so if you've never cruised before, or you're just wanting to, I guess, figure out how that boat is, you can go and check out our honest review, which is also in the description. So the first stop was Costa Maya.
Okay.
And
let's talk about it.
Yeah, so I would say I'm not gonna give my rating yet. We're gonna talk about it first before I actually rate it, because there are some interesting things about Costa Maya. Now, I will say that getting off the boat and getting onto like land or whatever was fine. However, the walk from the boat to the actual port
mighty long
was extremely long. Like, it was so long that I was dreading coming back. Like, I was not ready for the walk back because it was so long.
But it was pretty though. Well,
yeah, it was a beautiful scenery, but
we was also on a mission. That's what made it longer.
So let's talk about it. So we can't talk about ports or ports of call without talking about shore excursions. So again, if you've cruised before, you know what shore excursions are, whether you've done them or not. And if you've never cruised before, then allow us to tell you what shore excursions are. And shore excursions are basically the activities that you're going to do on the shore or at your port of call. So the night before, we purchased some tickets.
The night before.
And they were still available, so no problem with that. And they deliver the tickets to your room. So when you get the tickets, you'll see like departure time, meeting time, all this good stuff. Well, the ticket sleeve was misleading, and it said to meet 15 minutes prior to departure time. There was a meeting time and there was a departure time. There were two different times. And it said arrive 15 minutes before departure time. So what did we do? Let's say it together. We arrived 15 minutes before departure time.
Actually, we didn't. We got stuck in the stairwell.
No, we went to
was it
Crimson Lounge.
Yeah. Okay.
So we met at the location 15 minutes before the departure time.
Nobody was there. We walked in and asked the guy, said, "Hey, this is the meeting spot for the what was our excursion called? I forgot. Island Beach Club, I think."
No,
it wasn't called that.
No, we did a jungle.
I'm thinking.
I know we did a jungle, y'all. See, you can go to sleep. We did the jungle bike ride. So go back and watch our Costa Maya.
The safari.
Yeah, yes, safari.
Okay.
So we did bike rides and all this good stuff, and it was fun. So if you go back and look, you'll see that we had fun. But we have to tell you about the behind the scenes, because it was not glamorous as it probably seemed. So needless to say, we got to the meeting zone and people were looking at us crazy. Like, the workers were like, "Oh, they're already gone." And we're like, "What?" So you know what I think happened? Our phones was on Mexico time.
Now that you say that.
Yeah. So that's another thing, y'all. Your phone is going to, I think there's a setting you can change in your settings to not automatically change the time zone, but your phone's going to change time zones, and that's going to screw you up.
I didn't even think about that.
Now it makes sense. That's going to screw you up. And so while on our phone, we think we're arriving at departure time, it was really an hour behind.
Yeah, so needless to say,
surprisingly though, let's just get there. So after the long walk, right?
So prior to the getting off part, like this list. So we missed the meetup time, so we're getting ready to get off the boat. And if you've been on the cruise before,
we're getting off with everybody.
Oh my God. I just knew I was praying like, please God, because if we miss this girl gonna be in a bad mood.
Whatever, you did not have to tell them that.
But we can continue. But so we get off the boat and we are hauling ass.
Remember I said the walk from the ship to the port was extremely long.
make a long story short, we get to where we were supposed to get to leave, and nobody is there.
No one's in
And
line.
the guy took our ticket, said, "Oh, you're late." I say, "Yeah, we are." But luckily, he called his friend or his coworker, and they was just in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So.
And everyone was already on the tour bus and. Or what is it called? A safari bus. It was whatever. They were already on and sitting and waiting, and I felt so bad when we were walking up and getting on, and I was just like, in my mind, I was like telling myself, "Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Like everyone's on vacation. Like it's cool, right? Like we're all new to this. It's cool." And so we got on there. Everything ended up being fine.
It was cool, you know. The guys on there was dancing and stuff.
Yeah. And everyone was friendly too after a while. I mean, they probably were thinking things in their head at first, but they all opened up anyway later. And like we were all talking to each other. One girl tried to offer me a sip of her drink.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was an experience. Now, the port itself was pretty. It was very pretty. We did not get to explore the whole thing in the daylight.
That's the downfall.
Yeah.
If you do go on a cruise, if you do choose to do an excursion, you're gonna miss out. Most likely, you're gonna miss out on the port.
Yeah, that kind of sucked because we couldn't really like explore the port because we had to get to our excursion and leave. And when we came back, it was dark, and so you couldn't really see anything. But we did get to see that it had like pool bars. So it had like
everything in my opinion.
Yeah, they had like pools with bars and just lounge chairs, and you can tell that it was a real vibe. So we did at least get to see it, but no one was in it. It was closed. So. But we still walked through the port just to kind of see what they had. We explored.
Definitely go check that video out. That's going to be in the link too.
Yeah. So I would say overall though, before overall, do you have any other key moments from Costa Maya?
I enjoyed the jungle bike. I mean,
what? Yes, that's fine. The bike in the jungle.
We got a surprise guest, so you have to go back and go see who the guest was in the jungle.
Surprise guest? Oh.
Watching her get in the natural,
a lake is what he called it.
It is a lake.
It's a man-made lake.
Tadpoles, fish, turtles.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Oh man.
It's
yeah, I was feeling real exotic, and I really wanted to try, and so I did get in.
I'm proud of you though. You tried.
You didn't try.
I put my feet in, but that's all that matters.
Whatever. So I tried to get in, and it was a hard pass. So like you said, go click the link below to watch that Costa Maya vlog because no. Anywho, I guess overall, how you feel?
Honestly.
So first, let's say this. Well, yeah, go ahead and give your overall, and then would you go back?
I would give it I'm gonna give it a 10.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give it a 10. I'm not gonna let us run into the port to make our excursion on time.
Right. It's the overall.
So I would give it a 10 because the guys on the truck made it fun for us. We did. We went to the beach at the end. So it was. I'll give it a 10. What about you?
I give it a 9 because of the walk.
Oh my, walking is good. We see.
No, it's fine, but that in that moment, that walk was like the main.
Maybe if we was on time, it'd have been cool.
Because we could have leisurely walked. So I will say that walk was a little too much for me. So I give it a 9. But other than that, everything was good. And would I go back? Yes.
And this time, I would say I recommend we stay at the port.
Of
the
course,
port looked
of
nice,
course.
and the pool bar area that looks very nice.
Yes, I would recommend we stay at the port too. So that's another thing. If you're traveling for the first time, I would say, I know you want to do an excursion because you've never been out there and you want to explore, but I think it may be worth staying at the port and checking it out because you could potentially miss out on what's happening there. And so it's really up to your budget. And it's
right there.
Yeah, it's up to your budget, and it's also up to the mood you're in. So if your budget is tight, of course stay at the port and explore everything at the port because it's right there.
And you're still going to enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah. There's things to do, things to try, eat, all that. Go ahead.
How much we pay? I think for hours, you want to pay like $70
for the excursion?
Yeah,
it was about $140.
And that's not bad because like I said, we got a truck ride, we rode through the jungle
with the bikes.
A free meal.
It's fed us,
Not a free meal, but it's included. Tequila tasting. So
and
just go back and watch that video and you'll see why we say it.
Yeah, it's worth it. But just like I said, budget and mood. Like if you're in the mood, you're just kind of like, I just want to chill. Then step the port and chill. Don't force yourself to do anything.
Enjoy yourself either
Yeah.
way.
So if we were to like hop back on a cruise right now and go to Costa Maya, we would definitely stay at the port, because we've already done something else. So, but yeah, I would go back. I'm ready to go back too, to be honest.
Okay, let's go back.
Yeah. But yeah. So anything else you want to add about Costa Maya?
Not really.
Okay.
We test all bases, I think.
All right. Well, like we mentioned earlier in the video, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out some of our other vlogs so that you can kind of get a full story of like how things went for us. This is kind of like the behind the scenes of how the port goes, or what you can expect at the port. And then we have our vlogs where we show the fun stuff that we are actually doing. And so if you're interested, always you can drop a comment, let us know, we'll reply back. And if you have not followed us already, go ahead and do that, because you actually may not see us again. So you want to go ahead and hit that follow button. And if you want to stay up to date for all the things that we're doing, go ahead and turn your notifications on as well.
You're so pretty when you talk like that.
Make sure you like, comment, let us know your thoughts. Let us know if you're also traveling too. And stay tuned for our next upcoming port of call feedback stories, pretty much, because that's what these are. So we'll be talking about Belize, and we'll also be talking about Cozumel. And I know Cozumel is very popular, so if you're traveling there, just stay tuned for the next one.
All right, y'all.
All right.